Hello, Origins of Peace family. This is Melissa, your creative peace coach. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I hope you have the biggest smile on your face. And if you do, I hope you do not let anybody turn that smile upside down. So today I am checking in with the third self-care tip that works for me every single time I allow it to. And that tip is having the ability to grieve, right? Um, so I'm going to share a little backstory before I actually get into the tip. But for anybody that's new and hasn't been around the community for that long, Origins of Peace is a mental, spiritual, and emotional wellness coaching and consulting company. It's where I help my clients process conflict by making intentional decisions. We look at the 8 dimensions of wellness, figure out where your challenges are, and we create an action plan to work through that. And based off of that action plan, I create a peace map for you so that you can follow your peace journey from beginning to end. So it's similar to a process map, but it is a peace map because you are on a journey to peace. So that is what I do. Origins of Peace was birthed. It was birthed long ago, but I actually came up with that name in 2019. And that was after I had experienced divorce, cancer, and job loss, like all within a 6-month time period. So Origins of Peace is a heart-centered business where the deepest desires of my heart were revealed. Like I was at an intersection of just like confusion, calamity, conflict, controversy. I was just at a crossroads as to, you know, of desperation, basically. So my business was birthed out of a need to find peace, to find joy, to reclaim my physical and emotional rejuvenation, out of a place of healing, out of a place of acceptance, out of a place of believing that there was more for me than what I was experiencing. It was birthed out of a desire to live and not die. So that is the backstory of Origins of Peace. And those are the fundamental beliefs that I hold deep in my heart whenever I write a blog post, whenever I work with a client, or whenever I decide to collaborate or work with anyone else. Those are the core beliefs and foundations that I bring with me anytime that I am acting in a official capacity for Origins of Peace. So just know that anything that has the Origins of Peace brand on it, it comes with a story, it comes with a testimony, it comes with a firm belief that deliverance and healing is yours if you put your mind to it and if you believe that you are worthy to have it. So today's self-care tip is to allow yourself time to grieve. And when I say that, I'm talking about relationships, I'm talking about job loss, I'm talking about any type of disappointment, like any health diagnoses, anything that challenges your norm or, has you like in a place of despair and desperation, like any of those things that you come up against or that are presented in your life. Once those things resolve, you still are allowed to grieve. You have to give yourself time to grieve. So whatever that looks like, if it's a cry, if it's a wail, if it's a shout, if it's a walk, if it's stop and reflect, if it's just a simple sleep, whatever it is, you have to allow yourself time to grieve. That is the self-care tip. And I am working on a breast cancer awareness program for an organization that I am involved in. And I recently had the opportunity to speak with someone that I am working with to be the keynote speaker in that event. And I was explaining the event to her and the vision behind it and, what we would like to accomplish. And she immediately got it. And it was just like a meeting of the mind, heart, and soul that, our ancestors brought us to that divinely appointed meeting. So we just had this immediate heart connection just based off of that initial conversation. So as I go through the motions of building this program, which is to educate, equip, and empower people in the community to actually not only hear the information about breast cancer awareness, but actually to do something with it. This is my scream. This is my wail. This is my shout. This is my holler, because there are so many people, so many young women in the African American community that are still dying from breast cancer. So it's just like, where is all this information going? Like, why is it not being shared? Why is it not being processed? Why, what is it that needs to be done differently in order for improvements to be made in this area? And just my heart is completely into building an intentional and purposeful program to educate my community. And this is my shout. This is my cry. This is, part of the heart-centered work that God left me here to do. And it is a form of self-care. So it's very important to me to take, purposeful steps to make sure that I create a program that actually means something, and that, people find useful and helpful, and that they want to run and tell about it and shout about it and like, hey, this is what I found out at the program. Let me tell you about it. Like, that is my mission. And I wanted to share that with you. So, whatever you may have experienced, whatever, that you've been holding on to, that unprocessed grief, something that just is just like in you that you need to get out. Part of your self-care activity is to get it out. Get it out of you. Shout it out, cry it out, wail it out, bawl it out, plan it out. Like, whatever you need to do, write it out. Just get it out of you, because it's not doing anybody any good when it's inside of you. Like, just whatever you need to do. And like, part of the process of working with Origins of Peace is that I can help you map that out. Like, we go deep. Like, we go deep into what it is that you have in your heart that needs to get out. What is it that you're not realizing that you need to fulfill in your life? Or what is it that you're kind of timid of and steering away from? Like, we actually go deep into all of those things. So I just wanted to share that with you today, is that self-care is important, but one of the most important things that you can do to stay on your self-care journey is to get what you have in you, let it out, share it, put a voice to it, put feet to it, put a purpose to it, put a mission to it. Get it in motion, get some energy behind it, because you're doing yourself a disservice by holding on to it. You've learned what you need to learn from it. Now it's time that you show somebody else how to get what you got and to get some more and then share it. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it moving, keep it going. So that's what it's all about. Okay? All right. So, hey, I am Melissa Rivers. I am your creative peace coach. I am the owner of originsofpeace.com. I promise you, if there's something that has you stuck, has you bound up, has your stomach in knots, just has you worried and confused, send me an email at originsofpeace@gmail.com or go to the website originsofpeace.com. Hit that contact us button, fill out the form. It'll come directly to me, and we'll set up some time to talk about what you need to talk about. All right. So I love you for real. I hope you have a fabulous day. I thank you for being plugged into the Origins of Peace community, because it's only up from here, and there are big things on the horizon. So have a fantastic day. Peace.